You're watching the Sports Political channel of LB. I'm his contributor. If you're not subscribed to this channel, make sure you hit the subscribe button, hit the like button, share these videos on your social media platforms, and last but not least, follow me on Twitter at TrueVirgoChild. Let's get down to business. So this is a redo of a video I did earlier this morning. One of my subs pointed out to me that during the stream, the audio cut out. So I deleted the video and I'm redoing it. And this is about camel toe. Oh, camel toe. Once again, putting her foot in her mouth. Now, this is about the first time in about a month that she's reappeared from her hermit crab shell. And they had this woman as a speaker for Black History Month. I mean, it was already bad enough that last month she was speaking on Dr. King at Ebenezer Baptist Church down in Atlanta, Georgia, where all that old buck dancing Raphael Warnock used to be a pastor of. And he gladly opened the doors of the church to this maniacal, shape-shifting, condescending, boule individual. Yeah, you call her, yeah, someone called her Calamity. Yeah, I call her Camel Toe. So, hey, to each his own. No matter what name you call her, it's still the same result. So salute to you, Carla Jenkins, in the building this morning. Appreciate you. Now, I'm going to read an article, and then I'm going to really go in, okay? Article coming from the Sacramento Bee. Vice President Kamala Harris took a victory lap on Judge Ketanji Brown Jackson's nomination to the Supreme Court at a White House event on Monday, candidly acknowledging afterward I went off script a little bit. While talking about access to the ballot box, Harris brought up Jackson at a Black History Month event. She says that she felt so much pride and such hope that this past Friday, when President Joe Biden nominated Judge Ketanji Brown Jackson, because as we all know, elections matter. And when folks vote, they order what they want, and in this case, they got what they asked for. Now, Biden nominated the Miami-raised judge last week to replace retiring Supreme Court Justice Stephen Breyer at the end of the current court term. Jackson would be the first Black woman to sit on the high court if she secures a majority vote in the Senate. She's expected to meet with senators in the coming weeks before she undergoes questioning in the Senate Judiciary Committee. Now, the president said Monday at the event that Jackson was eminently qualified for the position, having attended Harvard Law School and served as the editor of its law review. He also goes on to say how she was an outstanding justice. Speaking after Harris, in her first public remark on the judicial nomination, called for the swift confirmation of Jackson to the Supreme Court. Yeah, part of the boule contingent, right? Yeah, you can tell this woman's boule, and she's married to a white husband, by the way. The vice president lauded Jackson as a brilliant mind, and the D.C. Circuit Court judge has a record of excellence and would be a phenomenal justice if she wins Senate approval. She's been confirmed on a bipartisan basis 3 times and deserves, therefore, a swift confirmation now, Harris told attendees of the event, which included members of Congress and leaders of historically Black colleges and universities. All right, first of all, one thing you need to understand, if a Black person is being propped up in the white media and these politics ain't going after them and no kind of vitriol, you need to be having your red flag way up. That's too much praise to give a Black person in the white media. Considering that we see other Black folks that was in the media and they've done nothing but show their disdain, their disrespect, and being dismissive of other black people's accomplishments. So that's already right. That should already tell you that Ketanji Brown Jackson's on the team. Not one negative comment toward this woman. Not one. Considering that how many black people, whether it been R. Kelly, whether it been Bill Cosby, LeBron James, you name it, they've all been raked through the coals through the goddamn media. So that tells you right there, Ketanji Brown Jackson is not advancing black people's interests. Now, let's get back on Kamala Harris, right? Because this woman has made it her life's work to thumb her nose up at black people, okay? Now, there's a war going on in Ukraine. Y'all sitting up here talking about giving them all kinds of money and all kinds of resources, but what about the money and resources for the black community? What about that, right? What about reparations? Because no matter what the fuck is going on, that's the elephant in the room. That's never leaving the room. What about reparations for black people? You got money to give to Mexicans, $450,000. You got money to give the Afghans. Not only you flew them over here, you give them money so they can have a standard of living. So you got money to give to the Afghans, right? After you left them, y'all left the country and the Taliban just took it right over after they left, right? Y'all botched that whole operation, and yet y'all path of least resistance was a Marine colonel for calling them out in the buffoonery, right? So you botched that, and yet you still give them money. You give the Mexicans money for separating people at the border by the last administration, to the tune of $450,000. But I'm asking you, what about you guys that separated the black community from their homes through your bullshit ass laws and through your bullshit ass legislation? What's up, Will? Yeah, because the 94 crime bill didn't separate black families from their homes. Kamala Harris's bullshit ass truancy law out in San Francisco didn't separate people from their homes, right? Her falsely convicted people and sitting in jail didn't separate people from their homes, right? So all you feminists out there that want to throw your nose up at black men, where's the black girl magic in that? Well, a black woman could work 2-3 jobs just to keep a roof over her head. The kid decides to play hooky, and Kamala Harris want to prosecute that black woman because her kid decided to play hooky when she was the goddamn prosecutor out in San Francisco. If she ain't sucking the dick and fucking Willie Brown every day and twice on Sunday, she's throwing black people in jail. Now, I gotta ask you, Kamala Harris or Kamala Harris, I gotta ask you, what was the thing that people were asking for when they voted y'all in the office? Do you even know? Where people were dangling, where these corporate donors were dangling all that money in front of you to the point you were so hypnotized that you don't know what was in the interest of the black community? What was it that people were asking for? Because we didn't ask for Juneteenth. We didn't ask for all these other symbolic gestures like Maya Angelou in the quarter or Harriet Tubman statue out there in Philadelphia. Or bust this one out. National Hip Hop History Month. Some celebration regarding hip hop one day in August and a whole month in November. We didn't ask for that. We asked for tangibles. We asked to defund the police. And yet, I know you weren't going to defund the police because you're a bought and paid for operative for the Fraternal Order Police. You and Joe Biden. We asked y'all to defund the police. We asked y'all to start putting something in place that will punish these cops when they're out here killing black folks. They're out here killing black folks left and right. And then you had nerve to run your mouth about goddamn Breonna Taylor, considering you had a similar case when you was an attorney general out in California with Patrice Richardson. Now, you pretty much spit in the face of that family not once, but twice. We asked to defund the police. What y'all do? Y'all put more money to the goddamn police departments, right? And you up there cackling like a goddamn hyena when them Haitians that was trying to migrate from their lands over here, and they got sent to, not only they got whipped, they got deported back to where they came from, but yet all these other people could come to the country. This woman reputation precedes her. When she was an attorney general, well, before that, she was a prosecutor, then attorney general, then a senator, then vice president. What's the one thing through all that she has in common? The fact that she can't even keep her own goddamn office in order. Because she's berating them, she's talking shit to them. There's a massive turnover rate, and there's no sense of direction. Just a couple months ago, I talked about how this woman had a high turnover rate when it comes to the people that's working for her. I talked about how motherfuckers will prepare the presidential daily brief for her. She don't read the daily brief. And then when she goes to these meetings, she looks like a complete idiot for not reading the presidential daily brief. And yet she berates the same people that tried to prepare for her. And then she go to every media outlet, whether it be some MSNBC interview or some CBS interview or some ABC interview. Hell, Charlatan the Fraud on goddamn on Comedy Central. What she do? Oh, well, every day I read the presidential daily brief. Motherfucker, we didn't ask you if you read the presidential daily brief. We asked for tangibles. That means reparations, defunding the police. Those are the two major tangibles that was on the table. And you guys talked about Guatemala. You guys talked about Mexico. You guys talked about Afghanistan. You guys talked about the Ukraine. You talked about National Hip Hop History Month. You always name dropping and quoting some famous rapper. All that bullshit that we did not ask for. So I'm going to ask you again, Kamala Harris, what did we ask for? Since you said that, oh, well, the voters got what they asked for when they brought in us, me and Joe Biden. What did we ask for? Do you even know? Do you even care? I mean, this woman just loved putting her foot in her mouth. I mean, we could go down the line of the many examples of how she put her foot in her mouth when she did that interview with Lester Holt, telling people not to come. Talk about, you're going to visit the southern border. We've been to the border. We've been to the border. You had been to the border. I haven't been to Europe either. What? No, that's just one of many gaffes that she said. Or what about the other one? The right time to do what's right is every day. I mean, or the Israeli girl, when the Israeli girl was was asking her a question, and she comes up and said, well, your truth should not be suppressed. And now you had motherfuckers going in the goddamn damage control mode and trying to fix what the fuck she said. I mean, it's just one thing after another when it comes to this woman, man. And she got nerve to call herself running for president. She really thinks she could become president of the United States. Man, I'm telling you, if she is president of the United States, I got a better chance of becoming pregnant. And since me being pregnant is not in the tarot cards, her being president of the United States is even more unlikely. The nerve of this diabolical. I mean, this woman is fucking evil, okay? Evil. So what do we ask for, Camel Toe? What the fuck do we ask for? That's the question I want to know. And another thing, where are you bootlicking motherfuckers that would vote for Joe Biden and Kamala Harris? Where the fuck y'all at? All right, because you guys, when they were running for president, you guys talk about how Trump was an imminent threat. Y'all took that bullshit ass talking points from Tamika Mallory and y'all ran that shit down to the ground. You carpet bombed us. You called us a whole bunch of misogynists. You called us a bunch of coons for not voting for Kamala Harris. Now, goddamn it, where the fuck are y'all at? Because when we tried to tell you about this woman, you guys didn't want to listen. You guys want to cook up all these excuses in the book to get Donald Trump up out of there. Now you seeing what the fuck it is. And now you got their handlers on NBC talking shit, talking about, well, we don't need to let emotions get in the way and all. What? I don't need to stand for the Ukraine when they sitting up there holding up signs talking about free Derek Chauvin. Fuck out of here. You guys let me know what y'all think about Kamala Harris. This woman is disgusting. This woman stay putting her foot in her mouth, and she ain't getting no support from the black community. Well, if you're part of the cheese and croissant contingent, then yeah, I can see you throwing your support behind this woman. But if you're a real black American in this motherfucker, you already know what she is like, then you're not gonna throw no support behind her. Hell, her home state of California should tell you everything you need to know. When she was running for president, she couldn't even carry 10% of the vote in California, and that's her home state. That's one of the most populous states in the fucking country. That state carries a lot of weight when it comes to presidential elections. And she can't even carry 10% of the vote, her home state. Her home state rejected her. So if her home state rejected her, what the fuck makes you think that me being out here in Virginia is going to embrace her? We ask for tangibles, we get symbolic gestures, and then they're gonna sit up there and talk about, well, you need to vote for me and they're gonna sell us on how they try, or all this stuff that they've done where they really had done nothing. Now, I ain't heard from her in a month. Now, chances are the next time we're gonna hear from Kamala Harris, right? Because when it comes to foreign policy and all that, look, she ain't qualified to talk foreign policy. This whole thing about if she does come out and say something about the Ukraine, it won't be because or she thought it up. No, it'll because she'll be task directed to go in front of the camera and spout some nonsensical gibberish about what sanctions they're going to impose on Russia and all that. She's not qualified. Period. So I'm going to ask her again. What was it that people were asking for when they voted y'all in the office? Because you are very good at spouting empty-headed fortune cookie talking points. Now, for all you bootlicks out there since she can't answer the question, I'm going to ask all you bootlick Sambos out there, right? Because I'm pretty sure there's some coons, some buck dancers, some sellouts in the cosmos, right? I'm going to ask y'all, what was we asking for when y'all voted Kamala Harris? Because I didn't vote for her. I refused to vote for her and Joe Biden. It's one of them kinds of cases where I walked in the store, I didn't see nothing I liked, and I walked out, period, right? So I'm gonna ask all you bootlicking, coon-ass, motherfucking Sambos out there that threw your undying support behind a woman that wouldn't even spit in your direction, what was it we asked for when y'all voted for her? What was it? Everybody that was part of the cheese and croissant contingent, and y'all eat the motherfucker with y'all pinky finger up. What the fuck was y'all asking for when y'all voted for them? Do y'all even know? Oh man, she's a black woman, she's attractive, right? Because I'm pretty sure there's some people that have some wet dreams about her and all right, right? That's what you thought about her? Well, she's a black woman, she's very attractive, so hey, I'm gonna vote for her. That's a stupid way to give your vote out just because someone looked good. Now, there's many folks out there in California that's trying to tell you about this woman, how no good she is, how not qualified she is, and yet y'all still throw your undying support behind these motherfuckers. Did we ask for gas to be just as high as a $5 big box at Popeyes? Did we ask for that? Did we ask for chicken to cost more than a t-shirt at Walmart? Did we ask for everything else to be going up, but yet our wages not going up? Because remember, a lot of people asked for $15 an hour minimum wage, and what did we get? Did we get that? Did a lot of people get $15 an hour minimum wage? No, they didn't. But everything is going up, right? What about student loan debt? People were asking for student loan debt to be eliminated. With the stroke of a pen, right? Joe Biden can eliminate student loan debt. And did Joe Biden eliminate student loan debt? No. You have Peppermint Patty out there trying to take the slings and arrows from people asking what about student loan debt? Now, Camel Toe ain't said nothing about that, but people got what they asked for. What do we ask for? Do you even know? Is this kind of gaslighting that really set me ablaze? Because the Republicans, they're the only motherfuckers that's gaslighting. This this thing right here on your thumbnail gaslight people too. Joe Biden, through all his campaign gaffes, he gaslights people too with all that fucking lying that be coming out of his forked tongue. The problem with these people is they think that we're a bunch of non-informed bunch of bozos out here that, oh, well, they just hang on our every word and we can just say whatever and they'll just go along with it, right? That's an incorrect answer. Your problem is you don't want us to be informed and that you don't want to face us for the crimes and the sins you guys commit. Now, all these people that's in the Congressional Black Caucus, I know because I saw old nigga Jim Clyburn in that goddamn video. Yeah, that five button dusty suit having ass bastard was sitting up there in the forefront, clapping, smiling, all that shiny ass bald head, glistening. Of course, he's not gonna have a problem with Gatanji Snitch 9 that was up there, despite the fact he ain't got no power because he tried to push J. Michelle Childs. And J. Michelle Childs, the very unattractive woman that she was the same one that locked up a black man for 12 years over an 8-ounce bag of weed. That's who old nigga Jim Clyburn was trying to push to be part of the goddamn on U.S. Supreme Court. And instead, we get a immigrant who is a chocolate swirler, loving interracial sexual access. Because her blackness isn't good enough to attract a black man. No, no. She like him white. She like a little ebony. She like a little ivory in her coffee, right? And I just got one question though. Does that some kind of prerequisite to be part of the Supreme Court or to attain such high office in the United States? Is chasing interracial sexual access the avenue to take and to throw black people under the bus? Those are the two qualifications that you have to take to become relevant in the dominant society? Because think about this, right? Think about this, right? You got Kamala, and then you got her husband, Douglas Emhoff, right? Got that going on. Got that little dynamic going on, right? Then you got Ketanji Brown Jackson and her husband. I don't even know who that motherfucker is, right? Some propped up motherfucker that, leached off the that probably leached off her and some shit, right? And then the other nominees, right? Outside of J. Michelle Childs, she was single, right? And then there was like one other woman who actually had a black husband, right? But outside of that, the other nominees were all immigrants and they all had white husbands. Is that some kind of prerequisite to be part of the cheesy croissant contingent, right? I just want to know. We did not ask for Ketanji Snitch 9 to be part of the Supreme Court. That's symbolism. We didn't ask for that. We didn't ask for National Hip Hop Celebration Month. We didn't ask for goddamn on Maya Angelou and a quarter. We didn't ask for goddamn on Harriet Tubman as a statue. We didn't ask for none of that. We didn't ask for gas prices to be through the fucking roof. We ain't asked for it to be some massive chicken shortage. So, hey, there's supposed to be some massive chicken shortage in America, but yet Popeye's still open, Bojangles still open, hell, Royal Farms is still open. Your local Walmart is still selling chicken. So is this massive chicken shortage in America? Hell, churches are still open. All these joints out here still selling chicken. Is this a massive chicken shortage? You would think if there was this massive chicken shortage, Tyson would be closed down, Purdue would be closed down, right? Those are the two main chicken distributors in America. That means I should not be going through the drive-thru at a Popeyes and say, "Yeah, can I get 3-piece with red beans and rice and a sweet tea?" They should be able to tell me, "Man, sir, we don't have no chicken left." So what is there really this massive chicken shortage in America? So what do we ask for? Oh, what about the crime bill, right? Hate crime bill. Did we ask for Asians to get hate crime bill? Did we ask y'all to carpet bomb us for Stop Asian Hate? Even though they're some of the most racist people out there, right? See, they asked for it and they got it. They got a crime bill, they got reparations, right? They got that. Now, mind you, a white dude went to an Asian parlor, shot 8 people, killing 6 of them. And they get a crime bill. Yet we get persecuted, we get jail for no reason. Black man go to jail for 40 years over a crime he didn't commit, right? Black man go to jail for 30 years due to a rigged jury. Black man go to jail for 25 years due to prosecutorial misconduct and judges' racial bias, right? Black man go to jail for 12 years over an 8-ounce bag of weed. Black man go to jail for 20 years over having a expired driver's license, right? So black people can get all these outlandish sentences, right? Black people can get gunned down while they're at home eating popcorn by cops. Or ice cream. That was Botham John. He was at home eating ice cream. Amber Geiger kicks in the door, shoots and kills this man. People at home sleeping, snuggling up with each other. Then you get a no-knock warrant with a battering ram in the middle of the night, and next thing you know, a woman ends up dead. And the boyfriend ends up getting charged. Now, they had to go through a grand jury to charge Kenneth Walker. And if it weren't for the honorable, and I do mean honorable Judge Olu Stevens, Kenneth Walker would still be in prison today. We got cops kneeling on people's necks. We got cops shooting and killing teenagers and shit. But we can't get no reparations. We ain't got no money. The cupboard is bare. Is that what we asked for Kamala Harris? Meanwhile, you got a megalomaniac about to take over a country and shit, and somehow, some way, all these millions of dollars popped up someday. All these millions of dollars, all these resources, all of a sudden just magically appeared for the Ukrainians, who has proven that they're just as racist as the motherfucker people here. And I know, I've been to Ukraine. They don't like black people over there. I've been over there. I was over there 10 years ago. Now, their economy is in shambles. Pure shambles. It was in shambles when I was over there 10 years ago. You can buy a Hublot watch for $5,000 over there. Over here, that same Hublot watch is damn near $500,000. Is that what we asked for, Kamala Harris? Is that what we asked for? Why are you sitting there cackling like a goddamn old Chelsea cat? That's all I want to know. I got 4 more questions. But for the sake of this video, I'm going to end the stream on that note. Because I ain't getting way gutted with this shit. I'll be here all day. But I ain't trying to be here all day. Smash the like, hit the subscribe. If you're not subscribed to this channel, make sure you hit the subscribe button, hit the like button, share these videos on social media platforms, right? And last but not least, shouts out to the mighty LDBC, Lions Den basketball community. This your man. Scream at me. Hurry!